Here we go. 60 or. Protein spill. Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds Robinson. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's go. Hard, hard.
Check the hot read. Jim.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, wahoo! Hit it.
Back to throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Fournette running right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Here we go. Switch.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, high 7.
2nd and 14. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
First down, Lions.
Let's go now. 15 Lonnie. 64.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
I got you, boy. High 7, let's go. Go. Ready.
From the gun, Love. He lets it fly for Lockett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely. Touchdown, Jaguars! Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Throwing on 1st down. Love, screenplay, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. 2nd and 15. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
At the 28-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 base. Pilot, 64, weak. No. Hit it.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
This is Homer. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
10-2 soft. Brickstone travels. Show it up.
2nd and 4. Robinson's got it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Ready? 60 or. General West. Hey, Delta. Deep river.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage. And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Let's go, D.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear Calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second and 2. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Forced out to his left. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready. Zoom, fellas. Let's go. Yes.
2nd and 11. It's caught. Lockett. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Squeeze, get in there. Let go. Set, go.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A nice run on first down gets them 6 yards to the 31. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. He takes this for about 6, down inside the 40.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
At the 39-yard line.
Mike, 44. Greystone travel. C6.
Undercut.
Go. Kill it, motion me out. Let's go.
To throw on second down. Love. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go to Johnson again. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Operating from the gun, Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Deshaun Hand able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 4.
They'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Echo.
Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the... This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 21st touchdown of the season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. Open man is Galladay, complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 40.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check curls, check curls, check odds. Watch out. 66. Bully, ride. Hard. Switch.
Off the play fake. Love. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So that one will be accepted. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Love. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. To Johnson again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Now this throw caught left side. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Fournette. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
25, check 25, check 25. Hey, Charlie.
Creeping. Safety's creeping. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. To get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at
there. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Out. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Jet. Ready.
Off play action. Love. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah.
Brings up second and a yard at the Jaguars' 47-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it? On first down, it's Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, second down.
Second and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. Charlie.
Flushed out right. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
10-2 stop. Bring it. Bring it. 61. Matchbox lights. Hit it.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, exit.
Check safety, check safety.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
10 Lobo. Come on, come on.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here comes the Lions punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? This is Harris. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right.